Hey kids, it's your good buddy Mark Miller here. How you doing? Just noticed my camera's like really far back. Like, whoa. Yeah, we'll go back over here. Kids, glad you're with us here. Let me just actually, I'll reach out. I'm gonna actually get up. Rory, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, my friend. How are you?
Pretty good. Let's give you a fanfare while I make this adjustment. There we go. I feel better now.
Excellent stuff.
You know, sometimes I don't check that camera before I go out there. You know. Now it's good. Look at that, kids. I'm a pro. I'm a pro.
Much better.
Yeah, much better. How we doing over here? Good? Everybody happy? All right. Rory, you're doing good? You had a good day?
I am. Yeah. This is the first day in a 4-day weekend over here in the UK because the Queen's got her Platinum Jubilee celebrations going on. So we all got extra holiday, essentially. So, yeah, been nice and chilled.
What's Platinum Jubilee mean?
She's been 70 years on the throne. So I think that's 52 through here, now 22. So, long time.
That's a tough life, I tell you. Having to sit down on that
doing
throne.
Any job at all for 70 years straight.
I don't know. I got autism, man. I'll do it. I'll do anything at the same time. You know, again and again and again. So we're working on the interactive training spike.
Yes.
I guess I'll. Sorry. Go ahead. What do you want to say, Roy?
I'm just remembering from yesterday. We were doing several things for the editor of said stuff to sort of improve usage. So we've got a little delete control now. We've got items that recognize the next step button in the next steps description. When I left you, you had just finished some tweaks to the editing of that text so that the suffix and the prefix could be removed and the system would recognize this. But if you put it back, equally the system would recognize that.
The suffix and the prefix could be removed. Oh. Cody Gorilla, welcome. Roy's mic is getting worse by the day. Uh-oh.
That's interesting. How's it for you, Mark? I understand, obviously, the flow of audio is different to the stream and to yourself. Is it okay for you?
It looks good, actually. Tell me by worse. What do we got here? Here's Roy's mic right down here.
Hello.
And
yeah, what kind of worse are we talking about? Is it quieter? Is it flakier? What kind of problem is it?
Yeah, let me know. And maybe
fuzzy.
Fuzzy.
That's interesting. You got a fuzzy plug in there on Potato?
Look at Potato's background drawing over here.
It's having fun there, isn't it?
Yeah. Copperbeardy. Hello, Copperbeardy. Copperbeardy is in the house. Welcome, Copperbeardy.
That was interesting. Did I detect a note of both speed up and slow down of that audio as it was coming in?
I didn't hear it. You mean the Copperbeardy fanfare?
Yeah, I felt like the music in parts was actually quicker than it normally would be, and then suddenly it slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't sense that, but I was thinking about other things. I just bought a new shower with a nearly identical shower head. That's perfect. Okay. What can we do about Rory's audio?
That's a good question. Audio does seem to be a bit of a black art. You know,
it's a really black art here.
Carefully balanced all manner of things just to get anything working.
Let's go out and let me listen to it so I can at least see what we've got going here. And let's see. Yeah, Roy, go ahead and give me some audio.
Hello, testing 1 2 3. Is this fuzzy or relatively clear?
That was pretty clear to me. That actually felt good the second time, I think.
Let's get second opinion. Copperbeardy, can you also hear the fuzzy that Coding Gorilla's talking about? Or for that matter, anyone else?
What is going
We've
on?
not changed
Where is it
anything
coming?
yet, have we?
I'm modified this a little bit, but this only impacted what's hitting my ears, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just going to my ears. That shouldn't have any impact. This goes out. This I can drop
All I
a
can
bit.
hear is a constant beep sound.
What?
That's a little concerning. Although you're answering my question, so you did hear me, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, we understood it as Morse code, is what I think happened.
Na 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 na.
What? Yeah, come on, yeah,
Na 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 na.
yeah, come on, come on, come on.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Salt for everybody. Everybody get some salt.
So,
Yeah, I hear
Findle,
background
care to
buzz.
weigh in on the quality of my audio, and is it okay for you, or is there some kind of buzz or buzz?
Uh-oh. That's not good. Getting several people saying now that it's a buzz. Let's go in there and look at this. I didn't hear it at all. It sounded actually really good to me. Let's try it again. Go ahead, Rory.
Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. Hi ho, Rory the Frog.
Sounds really good
No.
to me. Hmm.
Yeah, that is strange.
Can you listen to it too? Constant noise, like high pitched. What?
Okay, let me pull up.
And we think that's
You're being
Rory.
punked, Matt. Mark.
Well, hold on.
They will get together at the start of the show and go, no. I'm going to listen to the stream and see what I can hear.
This is. I do have a noise gate up here on Rory. If I take temporary tinnitus, yeah, I believe it. Rory sounds okay. It is something else.
Oh, okay.
Are you hearing any noise at all when you listen in on the stream?
I have not yet managed to get there. I'm going to subscribing with Prime subs and things to get there. I don't usually listen to the stream being on it, so to speak. But one moment, and I will be able to.
Yeah, this is weird. It's weird that I'm not hearing that at all when I go in and listen to it. It sounds good to me. I'm wondering, is it my earphones that are automatically throwing noise out? I'm wondering. Does my headset give me a...
I'm hearing you pretty clear. Is there something about my voice that's a little croaky, perhaps? But I think that's just my voice.
And you sound good too?
So I think maybe they might have a point about just the edge of my audio. It's just a little, yeah. Testing. Let's see how that sounds as it feeds back to me through the stream. That seemed okay. I don't know. I like your voice, Rob. Okay. That's nice to know, at least.
It seemed okay to you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like it may not be. It may be another problem. I'm not sure what's going on. If you do have suggestions, guys, let us know. In terms of what we can try. I'm happy to play with this a little bit and see if we can make this work. Like, this is the noise gate for Rory's mic, so when he's not talking, this should shut down anything coming out from him.
Yeah.
Any small amounts of noise. This is the craziest thing I've seen in a while. Mute your mic for a second, Mark. Okay, I will do it.
Okay, Mark's mic is muted. You should not be able to hear him, but you should be able to hear me. Is the noise still present?
Okay, my mic's unmuted now. How'd that go for you guys? In OBS, still there. Wait, what? I'm right. So wait, the sound is still there when I mute it. The whole here's what I've
Okay.
got.
What
These are
about
my
if
sources.
I mute mine as well? That's
I've got my mic right here, which I can mute.
muting now.
Check, check, check. All right, so I'm back. The sound is gone. Rory says he's back, but I've got Rory muted right here, so they can't hear you yet. That just stopped it. Yeah, that might be like a little hum or something like that coming in. Let's see. Is it gone now? Is it gone? Sorry, I was just responding to Rory. He was suggesting that after the music stopped. Okay, hold on. So Rory, you're back on again. Go ahead and say something again.
Yes,
Rory.
I'm here now. Testing, testing. Has the fuzz or the buzz disappeared now?
Still gone. Are we still gone with hearing Rory's voice? Is it seriously? It's back. The problem is back. So it is coming in
Okay.
here from Rory's mic.
Strange.
I have a couple chords here that are bringing this in, and that might have some impact. No, it's back with Rory. Yeah. Okay.
No back with Rory or now?
I think it's now back. Oh, wait.
Does anyone definitely still hear it now? Or is it absent?
It's weird. I'm not hearing
Testing,
it.
testing,
when I
testing,
do it.
testing.
I think I must have some kind of algorithm in here. Gone when you fiddle with cables. Maybe? Okay, so it's gone now. I fiddled with the cables. And now I'm going
You hear
back
it when
to the
I
drum
speak,
game.
says Copperbeardy.
Here's
Oh
when
wow,
Rory
this
speaks.
is... See what we mean by just black magic? Some kind of dark art to audio that is clearly needing to be explained by, I don't know, some Nostradamus-like person. Very strange.
Yeah, I'm not sure we can make much progress here at this point. I have, not without disassembling everything and stopping the stream. I have, let me go, Rory, give me some test sound. I'm going to try adjusting one of the knobs.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, testing. We are going to make the most amazing training system you've ever seen. Easily the best.
How
Better
is
than,
that?
as they say, all the rest.
How is that compared to earlier when Rory talks?
Is my audio without buzz, with beeps, with, I don't know, other strange sounds? Testing, testing, testing. Okay, that was me. What do we think?
It stops whenever Rory's mic stops. So it's coming in through Rory's mic, and it doesn't. That didn't make any change.
Weird.
Wow. Dragon Press says, "Get viewers." Okay, thanks, Dragon Press.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye, Dragon Press. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Can you talk again for me, Rory? I want to see if I can hear it.
Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Should be a short delay, maybe 3 seconds before it comes through on the stream. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that worked. That still is solid to me. And so if it's solid to me and other folks are hearing other things, that means I must have some sort of noise filter built in here. That's possible, I guess. Isn't that weird? All right, so I'm not going to say, how am I getting Rory's audio is the questions out here. Let's take a look at the properties. It's coming in from USB. This guy right here. That's what's happening. So I've got a USB sound card, and that's how I'm bringing it in from the other machine. We can bypass all of this, do it all on this machine. This machine's powerful enough that I think we could do that. I was always offloading the Rory's audio up until this point, but I think we can do it.
Feels slightly strange that this has only happened today, and equally, Potato there is having difficulty drawing its own graphics right now. Is there any chance just a restart of that will... I don't know.
No, I don't think so, because Potato is not involved with getting the sound out to everybody else. Everybody else's sound is coming from this channel right here. Everybody else hears you on this channel. Potato's only used for me. I think someone stepped on a cable. That's not good. That's not good.
Yeah, squished cable equals squished noise. Cody Gorilla says he noticed it yesterday as well.
Yeah, I think that's what he was getting at. It's not. I don't think it's only just today.
Fair enough. Well, I was working from almost entirely different kit yesterday. Same laptop, but different headset and so forth. So I don't think it's anything at this end. Mind you, see, you're hearing things fairly well as well, aren't you? So, and that could be down to, as you say, noise cancelling in the headset.
What? Well, yeah, I don't think it's the cables. I don't think it's the... Could it be the USB ports?
You were saying that you had a longer cable for some reason that was... That was for the Stream Deck, wasn't it?
Yeah, and those are USB cables. They're not. I'm actually using short cables for the sound. Let me just make sure they're all seated in there as well as they can be. They appear to be. I'm just not. I don't have great ideas on what I can do here to improve the quality of this. I am. Yeah, part of the problem is I can't actually hear the problem. And you couldn't either. Is that right, Rory? When you were in there?
No, I felt like it was like 99% good. There was maybe a slight roughness around the edge, but nothing that I would normally pick up on unless I was actually looking for it. Yeah.
Okay. I have another option, I think.
Do you have an alternate headset that you could listen to it through?
Kind of. Yeah, I do. Hold on a second, though. I want to come back over here. I want to see if we can find the NDI channel for you. That's what I would like to do. Let's go back in and bring up the audio mixer here. Where are you, audio mixer? You were up there and I just missed you. All right, here's the audio mixer. Let's grab Rory's mic, go into properties. I should have an NDI channel available in here, but I'm not seeing one. Maybe, do I need to, I don't think I need to start up NDI on this side, the virtual stuff here. Maybe I do. Let's do it. Is it not installed? Virtual NDI. I'm trying to start it up and find it. It looks like it's not installed.
Is that because it was something that you were previously doing on the old machine rather than the new beast? Hey, Jetsam!
He's in the house.
Now I'm looking at what is wrong? NDI launcher has been changed or moved. Shortcut will no longer work properly. Deleted. Yeah, this is a brand new machine. How did that happen? And just a second ago, when I typed in NDI, I saw NDI tools in my start menu. Now I'm not seeing it at all. I'm like, what is going on? So it does not appear to be installed here. I don't even think I needed it, though, to be able to communicate and see the signal. But I don't see the NDI option for Rory coming out of that. I wonder if it's because it only does NDI audio if the video is there too. That may be what's going on. So I don't have that option. I think, unfortunately, guys, I think we're just going to deal with it today. Maybe Rory and I next week before we do the show. We'll spend some time see if we can test audio and listen at each connecting point and see if we can see what we can do to eliminate. I'll also install NDI tools on this machine a second time, make sure that's here too, so that we have that option as a backup. Anything else I can do? We can also do a direct Skype call from this machine and bring it in here instead of routing it in from a second machine. We can do that. All right, so this is what we were working on last time. This is just the ability to have different steps that are going to be generated in code. And when we click this button, next step, it'll go down to the next step and spit this code out, whatever this is, so that we can take people through multiple steps of a training lesson. So they can learn different pieces, different things inside of Visual Studio. That's what we're looking at doing. Interesting. Lindell says you can add an equalizer and murder the frequency above speech. Let's try it.
It's an interesting point.
Speak to me again, Rory.
Testing. 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Just want to make sure that's right. Whoops, not there. I want to go to filters for it. Rory's mic, filters.
Hector HSC.
Well, hey Hector, welcome. Glad you're here. I have compressor, dedicated NDI output. No, not what I'm looking for. Expander, gain, invert polarity. Limiter. Maybe that's what I want. I've also got noise suppression. Let's throw noise suppression in here for a second.
Okay.
More CPU usage.
Testing.
Great. All right. So now, Roy, go ahead and give them.
How's that, everyone? Does that cause better or worse, or can we just not tell? Is the audio quality altered in any way?
Now, limiter stops high volumes. That's the one you want me to do? Limiter? Is that what you want me to do?
I think the suggestion is the limiter is not useful because it's only volumes rather than sets of frequencies.
Oh,
I
high
think that's
volume.
the sort of general. Yeah.
Oh, Thindle says it's better.
I think it's better. Okay. Mind you, is it that we didn't put the... What did we actually add just then? You were looking at two things, weren't
We added the
you?
noise suppression.
Okay.
This guy.
Interesting.
That's what we added. What other options we
Bindle
had?
says it's better. Copper Beardy says it's better. Coding Gorilla, how do you find this? Is this a better or worse or similar? Jetsam also likes it.
All right, fine.
Much better. Okay,
keep it.
we have a solution. I like
Yeah. I don't want anybody to freak out about that right there.
it. More CPU. Because we didn't have enough things, stealing our CPU.
I've got to get a new machine. It looks like that's all I'm seeing right now. Okay, so so that's kind of where we are. My thoughts on where we go next. Let's take a look at the list of my to-do list here, and we'll kind of talk about this. I have this. We talked about this yesterday. Pasting an image inside. Pasting an image inside is interesting because it's something that we already allow inside of CodeRush, but we want to be able to. CodeRush and Visual Studio, but we want to do it inside the editor as well.
That's right, because contextually this is different. The editor itself, even when this is all hooked together inside of Studio, it will not be the IDE sort of main screen. It will be a pop-up of some description where
Yeah.
this editing is happening. So that
Right.
is certainly a good idea to have it, because it's an easy thing that people get used to using, and for it to be available in more locations is good. So yeah.
Yeah. Multi-file persistence. So I was thinking about this, and I realized, like, as we switch from one file to another, we're going to load up we're going to load it. All of these elements, all of these steps need to swap out with another set of steps. And the problem is that as we're working on one, we go switch and work on another, then we go back and work on the one again. We don't want to lose our undo and redo in each of those individual
Yes.
steps. So what that means is we're going to have multiple of our tool window, actually, our tool window control, whatever we're calling that, I forget. Whatever that control is out there, it's down in Training Builder tool window, UI, the Training Builder control. So it's not this, it's the Training Builder control instances. I think we're going to have multiple instances of those kept alive as long as the solution is open. When the solution closes, then we can get rid of everything.
Yeah.
And they're all kept alive, and then only one is visible at a time.
Sure.
That's what I think. And the reason for that is because the flow document stores the undo redo for itself. And that's kind of valuable. You don't want to lose that when you're switching from document to document.
That's right. I mean, the equivalency of this is when you're editing any other document. Imagine a copy of Word that could only look at one document at a time. And so you make some modifications to document 1. You think this is great. So what you do now is you load up document 2. Let's assume there's an auto save there. And then you make some modifications. When you go back to document 1 again, your undo is either the same. It's the same sort of stack, so you can't actually undo. The undo would sort of unload and go back to 2, or alternatively, it's been flattened, which is far more likely. So we keep multiple instances alive. It's not a great experience, is it? So we keep multiple instances alive. They can each have their own undo stack, and everything remains kind of as you'd expect.
Yeah. I got a summary editor down here. So anyway, that's on the list. It's not. I think it makes sense to not do this until after we actually have just persistence, right? Single file persistence, right? And so there's kind of we're kind of moving towards integration into Visual Studio. Next, I have a summary editor, which is basically, it's going to consist of a bulleted list of points and a summary description. So it's basically a way to just quickly enter, here's what our summary is, gives me a summary button, and I can put those bulleted points. That means I want to do this inside of a flow document with bullets.
Yep.
Right? I want to edit those in the flow document with bullets, and I want to have some protection against deleting the bullets, because the bullets are going to be there for each point. That's kind of my idea there. What's interesting about the summary editor, it's a different editor for a button. Because right now we only have one editor for the button, and that is the open file.
Okay.
Right? And this is simulating all the files from the solution, right? And so the idea is here is the open file one could also have a create new file as well, where I could come in and create it too, right? But that's one of the views for a particular button. But the summary one, which we haven't done yet, would be a view for when we put the summary.
So currently you've got, am I understanding this correctly, you've got a button editor, whereas it should really be maybe a show me button editor, so that we can have other editors for other kinds of buttons that need other properties.
Right. And then here's where we get to what I kind of think we got to work on today, is that really an image can really be mapped to anything. Do I have it on here? Where did I write this down? Here. Images can really be bound to a wide variety of functionalities. And just because the image says summary, okay, doesn't mean that it has to be bound to the summary. binding. It should mean that there's a default.
Okay. So now what you're sort of describing is it is a button editor, but the first part of that is almost editor or button type selection.
Yes, that's
Drop
exactly
down
what I'm
of
thinking of.
what kind of other editor you now want.
Yeah, Frank Boucheros is out there. Frank, how you doing? Did you try Maui? Could that be interesting? Or WPF it is without any questions. I didn't try Maui yet. Just a question. No, I haven't tried Maui yet. I've not. I feel like I've got
neither.
so many stuff to do. Like for me to, you know, what you want me to go? I'll go try that new tech. Okay, maybe if you know I got time, or if somebody says go try that, Mark, that sometimes will be an inspiration. So what we need is what I'm imagining is a right-click image style menu that decides the image style and then the corresponding detail editor. So is it going to
Yeah.
open a file? Is it going to execute a CodeRush command? Is it going to execute a Visual Studio command, expand a template, visit a URL? I really feel like this is kind of where we need to go next. And I think that's where I'm going to head. There's, I think, just to let everybody know where else we're going with, we're also going to item drag and drop to reorder. We could also work on this today. If
We did a certain amount of that, didn't we, already? We've got the fix. Does the fixing occur?
Yeah.
I thought it did.
we have fixing,
And the description.
but we don't have drag and drop. Thindle
Okay.
says, Maui had a crappy launch, it's released, but the tolling isn't there. We need version 1.7.3. Tooling, okay.
Yep.
Thank you. So we did the fixing. The fixing is essentially good. The drag and drop is not there. But, you know, that's one of the other things we want to work on. But I think that I want to prioritize.
Where are you? We need your help.
Anybody know where Janiscu 7 is, guys?
All right.
What? He's here? Ah! Whoa!
I am.
Ah! Ah! My arm! My arm! My... Ah! 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 Oh, it's right here. It's okay. It's all right. Everything's okay. You okay, Rory? You all right, buddy?
Yeah.
I feel
fine,
like
mate.
we need to pay you extra because you know you have to deal with all of this every day. Dindle says there he is blasting all the aliens.
What
Yeah.
a good job he's doing.
So that's what I think we're going to work on. We're going to work on that. Let's go in and start orienting ourselves. Somewhere out here, I've got some image converters. Somewhere, maybe in system, image encoder. All right. I've got encode image details and decode image details. And all we're doing here is we're just putting in the file name and the image details afterwards. Let's go look through this, see who's calling this. Wait, that brace you have, Mark, is that available online anywhere? My nephew has wrist problems. Yeah, you're not going to like my answer. I don't know what the brands are of these. I really like them a lot. I've actually looked to try to figure out the branding, and I don't know if I took the tags off or they just didn't have it. I even looked in my Amazon history to try to find what I've ordered, and they're not in the history. And so I don't know how I got these, but I love them, and I don't know how to get new ones. Sorry about that. Frank says, I was thinking, how did he do the arm trick? You got me for a second. Yeah. This guy. I still got my arm though. I got my remote. I'm just gonna hit the remote before he. Ah! I should hit the remote. Wait, whoa, what's trying to make that? Whoa! I'm gonna start bringing props to school. Props to my work. What do you think?
Sure.
Urgh. What do you think, Fred? Urgh. Props, yes? Thumbs up or down? Yes? Okay. Good. All right, encode image details is here. Script image, so we were just taking this from the loaded script there. Custom button data, create image container. Insert image at caret. I'm going to go for a walk.
All good. Yeah, that'd be about right. I mean, like, hey Queen, you just gotta come see this stream. This is entertaining. You want to see this? Forget all those parading troops and all the rest of it. No, come watch this.
I'm muted. Sorry about that. I was muted. Thanks, Copper Beardy. Thanks, Frank. Sorry about that. I muted myself and I didn't do it. Rory, when I mute myself, you can still hear me. So, all right, insert image at caret is here, and we're passing in get default image data, passing in the image file. So you can see here, and now we're just putting just empty string. Okay, no biggie there. Where else are we throwing? I feel like somewhere. Create image container. Let's go back and look at this. There it is. So here, create image container passes in for the custom button data just this string. Next step.
Yeah.
Okay. That next step command is then compared here. Image details, right? What we need to do is have image details be a serializable JSON object, and we deserialize it, and it'll have like maybe a type or something inside of that, and that type we can then compare in this location here.
So instead of relying on the entirety of the data equaling some fixed keyword, we're now going to create a slightly more complex class around that so that we can have a recognizable piece of it be the keyword, be the identity or the type.
Yeah.
But having deduced which type it is, we now can go on and pull a whole bunch more detail out, the specifics for this particular instance of that type.
Right. Notice here, I've got this get inline image container with command. And let's look at that. Command, I bet it's got a comparison of, just the data from the image details.
Same thing there then.
Now, decode image details. This is outputting a string. What if we changed the second parameter to output something else? Or alternatively, maybe even better, we get back a class that's got a file name in it. Copper, you need your beards to come in statues. Okay. Frank, I was not betting about you guys. I was not.
So I think what you need there is an interface that is something along the lines of button details, and it's got a single property on it, which is type. So that comes back out in all cases. You'll have deserialized all the pieces, or perhaps you've got an array of extra things on it. I'm not sure quite best how to do it, but the point is that having got that data back out, you can now cast it to whatever it needs to be and access the specific pieces.
Sure. I'm
Something
good with
like
that. I like it. Let's do it. I want to also have the file name in it. So let's kind of look and work in that space. I think I'm okay with it being in this namespace right here. So let's create the interface first. This is going to be an button detail, I think. Sure. And then the type is going to be, I think, a string, right? Do we agree with that? Or is it going to be an actual type?
A string's easier to switch stuff based on. You could have, I don't know. It depends how intelligent we're going to make the process that does the decoding. Because it might be that you have just the name and the rest of the data as a sort of a secondary string, or it might be that we pull all the secondary data out into, I don't know, a dictionary of some kind or an array of all the pieces. But unless it's something generic like that, we're going to have to teach the decoder about every conceivable property that we might want to store in order to get it onto the right actual part of it. Do you follow?
I do. I'm just thinking about the sitch. That's short for situation. Yeah, I'm just thinking about the situation. We have that option in serialization to send out the full class names. And that works for lists, but I think it actually works for everything. So we can kind of have it totally, just serialize its pieces all the way out. I'm going to go for type for right now. That's what I'm going to go for.
Okay.
Something like this. So the button detail is going to return its type. And maybe this is my editor type. I think I need also my file name. How do you feel about, do you feel like I'm polluting by putting this in with this? Do you have any concerns about that, or are you okay with that?
I'm trying to think about sort of the array of commands that you've got plans for. So clearly the button itself needs, or the image, it needs its image, right? The image needs to exist in pretty much all cases. Then there's the question, okay, so in case of summary, we've got bullet points. In case of open file, clearly there's a file pointer of some kind. Code command is probably going to be a string of some description. Execute studio commands similarly. Template string, URL string. So a lot of these things are strings under the hood.
Or there could be multiple properties, but ultimately we'll serialize them all as a string.
Mm-hmm.
You want to just?
So I'm wondering if your first step is to find the editor type, then go get an instance of that editor, and then get the editor to do its its specific deserialization. Is that what the?
Maybe. So we have two serializations. We have one for this, and the second one that deserializes that.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any hopes around the idea of, so you've got your image on screen, and whether it's a click it and then choose the editor sort of as a drop down, or alternatively a right click, choose editor. Do you want to be able to switch between editor type 1 and editor type 2 without losing already assigned properties? Or not?
That's a really good question. I was thinking, if I change it, I want to change it, and I'm not coming back. So I lose, and I'm okay with it.
Okay, good.
But what if I accidentally do it? Well, then I think you lose it, because we don't have any support for unintentionally switching. We'd have to do a message box maybe to stop you from losing work there, or you just deal with losing the work. I think in some cases it's a much bigger deal than others, right? In the case of a custom template that you've typed in, that you would not want to lose if you accidentally right-clicked and said switch the type. So yeah, I think that we would need to have some sort of ability to protect against that. We'd have to protect against that with a message box, I think is the fair way to do that.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of that. Any other questions on it? What do you think about adding data here? I'm feeling
I think that's fine.
All right.
Within that context, that's fine.
Yeah, we might lose this. It might be that we don't need this, and instead we're going to get a method that says get detail editor, like that accepts in maybe a string the data, like that, or maybe not get detail, just get detail, and it's going to return something from that, passed in the data.
Yeah.
Or we might have an initialize. We might have something like this, initialize, like that, passing in the data, and then give it a property that's the detail. That is the detail. So I think we need to have. I'm not sure how we're going to solve this yet. I'm going to stay with this for now, and we'll see how this evolves.
Yeah.
We need a class that is, I think, our detail class. This is going to be our image detail, and this is going to be an abstract class, and this is going to implement iButton detail.
Okay.
I think. Or maybe not. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm not entirely sure.
Are you imagining one detail class per editor type, or one that is a superclass capable for each?
No. One type, one for each. So let's take a look at this.
It's more a case of identify the first editor that we want to support and name this particular detail class for that.
Okay, so I'm running here. So let's take a look and let's create an example version of this right here. So as an example, we might have the summary detail right here. So the summary detail is going to, it's going to have a list of strings like that are going to be the bullet points.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to have a string that is the description.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's its data. When we serialize it, we'll serialize an instance of this, and when we deserialize, we'll bring that back. Okay, does that make sense? What I'm saying, suggesting here?
It does.
Okay, so let's move this out here. What's my problem there? It didn't get rid of it. Okay, iButton detail. Let's move this out as well, and also similarly didn't get rid of it. Okay, save that. Next. So iButton detail is what we're hoping to grab back from the encoded image. Let's go find that part where we grab that. Decode image details. So decode image details, I now think, is going to now return an iButton detail. That's what I think it's going to do. We're no longer going to have image details or file name inside of here.
Okay.
And I think we only need one descendant of this guy, or one implementer of it. That's what I think. And the implementer's got a factory piece inside of it, is what I think.
Didn't we just implement iButton detail?
No, we did the summary one. We were looking at implementing it. I'm not seeing summary in this list. Why isn't summary here?
Is it not in the file by the same name?
There it is, summary detail. Maybe I closed it. So.
Oh no, it's the file name is image descendant or image detail descendant. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we only have one implementer of this, is what I think. This is what is kind of we're going to have to return from this function right here. So we're going to Okay, so now we've got this colon thing. That's all kind of garbage right now. At this point, we want to, I think, create a new button detail like that. And we want to, or maybe we want to do this instead. Well, hold on. Let's not quite. Colon position is greater than 0. Then we can come down here and maybe do some things. Let's look at that for a second. So we're basically looking at old legacy encoding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we actually don't want to do this. This is legacy right here. So let's do this. Let's.
Isn't it more the case that under the right circumstances we do something very similar to that in order to provide ourselves with the button details and its various constituent parts? But by the time we get back out here later, we would hope that that code had already executed. So we have everything in kind of object form.
I'm sorry, Roy. I should have been listening to you, and I wasn't at the start, and I was like, and I didn't catch back up with you. Can you say that again, please?
So the code that's based on colon position is essentially our own form of special deserialization that has been working up until now under the very specific circumstances that we've been providing. So we will have replacement code for that does essentially the same thing, which will provide to this point, or eventually to this point, the whole structure that we have, such that it's not necessary anymore. But it will exist in some form.
Yes. So get legacy image details like that. That'll be a return if this other one doesn't work. And we need the embedded string passed in. Otherwise, we're going to return null right there. Okay, so there we've got the file name and the data of the button detail. And this editor type was not set. I guess we could do one more thing. We could say, hey, if button detail, button detail dot, wait, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to do if button detail dot data is equal to, what is it, next something, the stir next, go freaking find that, wait a minute, constants, any constants, do I have a command in here? I don't. Where is that command? Somewhere else. Command.
Stir next step command at the bottom there.
It's in script segment controls. Stir next step command. That's what I'm. If it's equal to that, then we're can go in and say button detail dot type. Now this is the editor type is equal to type of, and that answer is going to be in detail editors here. Edit open file. All right, right there. Edit open file.
Interesting zoom over zoom logic.
Yeah, I was doing this in the background is what I was doing. Yeah, so we've now there's our legacy one right there. The legacy one we'll call if we can't get the other one to work.
Okay.
That's kind of where we're going to go with that. The other one, maybe I'll just throw a to do here for now. Deserialize. Encoded string. Zoom in, zoom out. I guess we can do that. I'm trying to remember exactly. It's like JSON convert, something like that.
Yeah.
Is that right?
There's a Newtonsoft somewhere in there.
Is it simply straight serialized object?
That looks good.
Okay. So that might work. I'm not sure. This may do an exception here. I think this will throw an exception. So we might want to do a... What do you think about this? Not quite done, but... And then something like this. I'm basically saying, hey, if no exception thrown, you know, and that. Although I guess...
See, can't you just return get legacy image details in the quote exception in the catch? Do we not presume that because you couldn't deserialize, it is an old style?
Well, I guess I'm thinking we could just serialize and it's still null. I guess that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it is a little messy. But I'm just not sure how to protect against this. I think this is likely, you know, this is kind of likely to fail. I think this is where I'm headed. I think I'm going to do it. It's a little messy. I'm not happy with it, but it's like the best idea I have right now. Okay, so there's my deserialization on that. Decode image details. Let's go look where this is used and start updating all of this code out here. So this is going to just take the image and it's going to return back the local stuff right there. Oh, command. We lost the command. Command is analogous to type to some degree here. What are we asking for here?
Right.
Has image with command.
This is where we're passing in our next step or $next step kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think command is analogous to type. Now I'm thinking has image with type is what I want to say now. I want to change this to a type that comes in here. We'll change that to type as well, like that. And then we're going to say, okay.
Decode image details dot editor type or type.
Yeah, if this
which one we had?
Dot editor type is equal to type. Can I do a comparison like that? I think I can, and it'll do it to return true. So has image with type now, instead of being the str next step command, is going to be type of edt open file. Ah, but open file is different from a next step comment.
Yeah, that's not quite right, is it?
Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Okay, let's take another stab at it. Hold on, let's go back. Has image with command.
See, the difficulty is there's something of a disconnect potentially between the type of image you have and the type of editor that you wish to carry out or to assist you. So you might have a button that, I don't know, creates a file. You might have another button that deletes a file, but they both want to take a file editor, you know, maybe, or something, you know, a little bit like that, that you know, reusable pieces, unless you're going to have a one-to-one mapping between buttons and their editors. At that point, you can probably get away with it. But I suspect there'll be a degree of reuse.
Yeah, the thing is with Next Step is Next Step can open files and Next Step can generate code. It can be the same image that does two things. And we still want to know if it's a Next Step button. Is kind of what we need to do. So we need something else to come back here from the image details. We need something else in iButton detail. Maybe a command. Maybe we just throw one more of these in here, one more string in here. We'll call it command. It can be optional, but the command tells us kind of what the button is going to do. If it's going to be a next step or something like that.
Yeah.
So the right-click menu chooses editor type, but the command, I'm not sure if we're going to have an option for changing this or not. I don't know. What do you think?
I think command is a representation of your desired behavior, and the editor type is a way of controlling the parts of that. So unless unless you're going to go one-to-one editors and commands, it's worth having two. But
yeah, I can't do one-to-one just by virtue of the fact that the next button can do two different things and needs essentially two different editors or two different behaviors. So I think we're looking at, this is at least a way to solve it. I'm not sure it's like the best, but it's a way. Let's go back to where we were setting this, and we're going to say button detail dot command. Do we miss it? It's just not implemented yet. Is equal to that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now we have command in here. Next, we're going to come down here and say, hey, if this dot command is equal to command, then we're done.
Yes.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. There's decode image details. Is that used anywhere else? Oh, yeah. It's used here, too. Oh, similar kind of thing.
Similar code, yeah.
This is has image with command. This is going just to see if this is going through everything in it to see if it has that command in it at all. This one finds a particular one and returns it. Okay, so let's consolidate both of these. So this is going to now return the inline UI container. Then we're going to consolidate by going back to the other one, and we're going to say, yeah, because this goes through every single block, every paragraph, everything like that. And we're going to consolidate, and we're going to come down here and say, return this command is not null. Come on. That's what I'm trying to get to right there. Not null. Okay? Has image with command. Get inline image container with command. Okay? All right, let's see where else we're using decode image details. Okay? create new editor for image file, this dot file name, and these are the strings are the image details. Let's go see what's going on there. I don't think we want to pass a string in here anymore.
No.
Well, we...
Oh.
Yeah, we can do a string, but we've got to... I think what we're going to do is we won't pass it in here. Create new editor for image file. I think what we're going to do, only calling it from one place. Let's just pass in that and only that.
I was going to say, yeah, pass in the whole of the details, and that way we've got ideally the decoded image details already within it. But later on, if it's useful, we could have the raw version in there as well. There's no reason why it couldn't, and then the data path remains fairly linear at least.
Okay, so now create new editor for image file. So now this is where we've got some, this is like, you know, kind of some not great stuff, right? What we really want to do here instead is to do.
It's currently file name based. We
Yeah.
can make it command based, or we could make it type based.
Well, we've already got the type in there, right? The editor type, right? Use editor type for this. Pudding! 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 No, no, no! Back up! Back up, Pudding! Get out of here! The guy always takes my show away from me. He always takes my show away from me.
It's one of those fanfares where I'm not sure whether it's the right thing to throw you a life preserver or a spoon. I'm not sure which is correct.
I need both. I need a life preserver made of spoons. Okay, now we're here. If active
it's
detail editor is not
interesting.
null, active
In
detail
that
editor.
switch, in the switch, we're working out which type, which editor to launch. There's nothing in the case of btn show me png, but we've got the editor. We could just replace the switch with if button details dot editor type is not null, then new up that exact type.
Yes, that's what I want to do. Well, let's do that now anyway, I guess. Let's do this. We're going to say active detail editor is equal to, what is it? Create instance activator. There it
Is it assembly dot? Oh no, you've got it already local. That's good.
Create instance. The type is going to be button details dot editor type. We need a type of there, I think. What's wrong here? I'm getting the, oh, maybe I don't need the type of there because it's already there. Okay. Create instance, what am I missing? What's my problem? It just can't, it's not the right, okay.
I'm not sure either. What's the?
I think I need an as here is what I need. As an iDetail editor. Can I do that? Yeah, I think I can do that. That's what it is.
Okay.
Basically, create instance returns an object, and I need to get it something else. And then I guess now we can do this. We can say, hey, if that's null, then we could do this. This is, again, legacy set editor or something like that. Legacy get editor or set editor. And that's a field right there, so that's going to be set there. Okay, now that we've got this, we've got to set data, and at this point, what are we going to pass into it? We're going to pass in the data.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody happy with that? Now let's look at set data. We'll follow that in. It's just setting it. This is for editing the call out. This is an odd one. Here's an open file. That's more what I'm looking for. Selected value is equal to data. Well, I guess that's true.
I think the difficulty here is that we're presuming that everything can come from data, where we got data itself from a detail object, which may already have some of that deserialized by the time it comes through. In the legacy method, it was all the data, but now we've got is it an iDetail object that potentially contains the pieces that we need? It's accurate enough for any already implemented editor that is looking to look at data. It's just that as we move forward, we may have more complicated mechanisms.
Yeah, I want to see what's happening on data change. How are we getting it back? We're passing in the data in the data change event args. Nobody's listening to it though. Oh wait, there you go. Somebody is. Okay. When the call out to data change, we come in there and we set that data. What about the other one? When the image data changes, save data to active image, passing in the data. Okay. All right. I'm gonna trust that that's gonna work, and let's keep going. Decode
Okay.
image details is here. Let's make that. There's our I button detail, and now we want to do an encode. Let's see. Is that our last one, by the way? It's not. How many more? That was it. We've got one more. Wait, no, we don't. We have this one and that one. Okay, so I'm gonna still focus on on this one. We'll keep working our way through these. So I'm gonna come back and we're gonna work on this later. But I guess for now, I think I'm doing that.
Okay.
Look at this, decode image details. It's going for this tooltip anyway. This almost assigns the tooltip right back to itself, with the exceptions of what's happening with Git legacy image details, I guess, and it's looking for the split. I'm just wondering about this. To do how functional is this? What is this actually doing?
Right, because you're pulling information out of one place, but then essentially pushing it back into
Right back.
something very close to the same location.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep looking at this. File name, image details. Well, what is this now? Script image. This is essentially the data.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the data. Right there. Okay. All right, keep going. Last one, I think. There's that command. Feeling good about
Yep.
that.
That works.
Okay, and that's the last one. We did that. All right, now reversing the situation. Encode image details is going to take a button detail, I think. And this thing is we're gonna go JSON convert, I think. Dot serialize object, button detail. I don't think I want indented format, anything indented in here. None. And I think it's just returning that.
That seems pretty reasonable.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What could go wrong? All right, let's now look at this. This is no longer taking this in.
We don't have a details in that case. We're going to have to construct one.
Yep. And so we're going to say new button detail. And I kind of want to pass in those two parameters to it and create a constructor for it that does that. So there's my button detail. So this is an extension method for script image, and we're adding the paragraph to it is what it looks like we're doing. We're adding to the paragraph. I see.
Yep.
The script image is going to have to hold more data. It's going to have to hold the command. And it's going to have to hold the editor type. It's as if it's actually implementing the other interface
Yeah.
as well. I think those are the pieces of it. Where's that interface? I button detail, is that what it was? I button.
I think that was it, yeah. Detail.
That's it, isn't it? We have Pudding. Welcome to our private party. We have Pudding and a guy who keeps trying to talk about code while dancing. It's kind of true. It's true. Kataro Blessed says, Privet, Mark. Privet! Kataro Blessed! Yeah, that's me.
How did you know,
How you doing, Roy?
I'm doing pretty good, but I bet your question is loaded with subtext. And I bet that subtext is that subtext.
Is that too soon, Roy?
I tell you, your premonition skills are really hot to trot. They're very good. Now, I'm afraid I am out of time, and unfortunately, I'm not going to see you again now till next Wednesday.
Oh, right. We'll see one day next week, right? Only Wednesday.
Only one day next week. Yeah, I sort of traded an extra Thursday here for the Tuesday next week, and that's the layout for that. After which, yeah, I can't remember. We'll get to that as we go.
You got a 4-day weekend coming up, right?
I do. I've got today and the next 3 days. No work, just celebration of our Queen. 70 years worth of sitting on that throne. Must be getting a bit uncomfortable.
Can you tell her
sit
that
in one place for that long?
Can you tell her that Murky said hi?
I'll do my best. Yeah,
She'll know.
Really appreciate that.
She'll know. Yeah. She'll know. Tell her she's doing a good job. Good job. You think she's doing a good job, Fred? Fred says yes, she is. Okay.
Genescu 7. I'll see you next Wednesday then.
It's okay. See you next Wednesday. It's Sprinkles with a K. Sprinkles with a K. Genescu 7, not a G. That's what you're going to need to do there. So script image now is going to store the command. I'm not sure about. There's Sprinkles. I almost got on Sprinkles. Image details is kind of the same as data. Yeah. And we're creating a new instance of button detail, passing it in, and assigning the data there. Yeah, so it's the same as data. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to image details. We're going to rename this to data. Visual Studio is going to be like, no! I'm going to say I don't care, because I'm going to just go in and delete the other one right down here. That's what's going to... All hail the Queen, says Fred. I agree with you, Fred. That's a good thing to do. Always you want to... Yeah, you wave, do the wave. We're going to do that, right? Fred's the man, everybody. You're the man. No, you're the man, Fred. You're the man, Fred. Fred's not sure. Okay. So now, interestingly enough, script image is now implementing iButton detail. Kind of a surprise a little bit. But it's kind of working, it seems. Anybody touching this yet? Well, no, not yet. It looks like. No one's setting or assigning this yet. Data we know is being assigned when we create a new button detail. The button detail is created in our legacy image details. We just wrote that code. Here. Yeah. This is the problem. You could make the argument here that button detail that we don't need to actually create a new instance of it, I guess is what I'm suggesting here. When we encode the image details, we could just take the script image piece and pass it instead. It descends from script block. Does that give us anything? No, it's just empty. So we could do that. And then we wouldn't need to create a button detail here. And I think I feel better about that. So we just pass in encode image details, we pass in the script image. Now, is that going to work? Yeah, because it just needs an I button detail. Now, I think there's options somewhere. Are we storing... all about the details? Actually, yeah, I'm starting to think that this button detail is going to go away. I'm going to delete this class. I'm starting to think that. I still think we only need one iButton detail implementer. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to kill it. Let's go back and first grab this guy. Script image is what I'm going to replace it with. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to rename my button detail to iScript image. Step 1. Step 2 is I'm going to go find all the usages of button detail. We're going to kill this, and we're going to find everything that's using button detail and replace it with script image. Like that. Okay. We just have these 3 left. It's gone. Okay. Let's build a second, see where our errors are. What's our error? Here we go. Encode image details. This needs an iScript image. Create image container. Let's see who's calling this. Custom button data comes in here. Insert image caret. I feel like I want to go out from all of these. And pass in instead an instance of script image is what I think I want to do. Insert image caret. Yeah, let's start here. We'll work on that and we'll pass it from the outside in. So we're going to create a new script image. We're going to say script image dot file name is equal to e.image file name. We're going to say script image dot data is equal to get default image data. Somewhere I feel like there's a command piece in here. command is equal to, I'm going to set it to null here, but I want to do kind of a to-do here. Figure out command. And so now we're going to pass in script image and the bitmap image, and that's it. Insert image at caret. Maybe we'll make this the interface right here. No custom button data. Did I set? I want to make sure I just want to double check to make sure I set the custom data. Yeah, I did. That's it right there. Okay. All right, let's look at create image container. It's going to need, create image container is going to need a change as well. It's going to need the script image going in. Go into there. So we are, one of the benefits of this, we are cleaning up the API. The fewer parameters are needed. So that's better. We're kind of here in code image details though. Are we back to needing a script image? Yep, all we need is a script image. So there, that simplifies that a little bit. Okay. All right. We need the script image here. Here's where we need that next step command. So we're going to have an iScript image. Script image is equal to new script image. And we're going to say this dot file name is equal to image file name. We're going to say script image dot command is equal to next step command. And we're going to say that's it. There's no data here. I'm slightly worried that data was used in a place where command should be used. Any evidence of that now? Code image details. Yeah, different. Okay. So I have a feeling, like, I kind of have this feeling that something's broken. All right, let's build to see what we got. Okay, everything succeeded, no warnings. Let's see what happens when we run. Okay.
It compiles. Let's ship it.
That's our sponsor. Our sponsor is It Compiles, Let's Ship It. Oh, interesting. Look at this. We see the JSON serialization when we hover over it. So there's no commands here or here. What's cool is this tells us the legacy decoding worked. Let's add a next step. Now down here we have next step. One of the tests will be change here. Does it change there as well? That is a good sign. The reverse of it is here. And that seems to work as well. And now let's see what do we got when we hover over it. Yeah, it's got a command next step. Sweet. So when I click on it, uh-oh, editor type is null. Come back up here. Get out. Okay, that feels good. Okay, so when we click on it, nothing shows up there. Let's now go. I thought for show me it did an open file. Editor type is null here. What if I drop a new button in here? Is that going to be the same problem? Let's see. Show me. No. Is there another button that's definitely an open file? Yeah, next step's a possible one, but it doesn't, it's got editor type as null as well. So we are not setting the editor type correctly. Let's see if we can find, what is it, insert image? Insert image at caret. Here. So let's set a breakpoint there. Let's insert show me, which could by default be opening up a new file. All right, so what I need to do, I think I need something like this. I need some code that says, hey, this dot editor type is equal to get default editor type based on the image file name. Let's go declare that. And wait, image file name. Shoot. Need the E in front of it. Where I can place this so we can write this code. There it is right there. And then I think we're going to just do a switch on image file name and just do a couple of these in here right now. This one is, what is it? Button showme.png. So we'll say btn showme.png. And if that's the case, we are going to return type of edt open file. Otherwise, we're going to return null. And now let's try that. So we're going to say execute that. Editor type is equal to open file. Good. And run that. And now if I click on this, yes, we see the open file editor. That is great news. That one we don't, because this was what was serialized and we brought it back in. It didn't have that. But this one, we have it. And you can see there, it looks like, I can't quite get the whole thing on screen, but you can start to see over on the right here, it says editor type, and it's starting to say DevExpress dot, and there's the rest of it there, CodeRush features, training builder, etc. It's putting the full type in so that when it comes time to deserialize, it'll find that type and it'll grab that whole thing out. I just realized I was conflating this with another feature of JSON serialization. I think It's just putting the full type out here because that's the full type and that's how it's going to serialize that type. I think that's just standard. That's not anything special. Coding Gorilla says, don't change the version of the assembly though. Yeah, I wonder if there's a way around that. Maybe the way around that is to put edit open file in its own assembly that never changes its version number. Yeah, interesting point. Okay, so that's good news. So the next thing I want to do is create an editor for the summary button and have it so we can drop a summary button and have a custom editor there. That's what I want to build. So how's my time? I think my time's good. I think I can go for a little bit longer. So let's do that. Let's check in what we've done. And I'm not sure if I mention this if everybody is clear for everybody. Wait, Coding Gorilla says, I think you could create a custom resolver if it becomes a problem. Okay, cool. I bet you're right. I'm actually integrating these changes into this CodeRush source code base, into a branch I'm creating for it. So that's what we're doing right now. We're going to just check these in. All these files from this sample project I'm running from, almost all these files are linked out files, linked, you can see that little arrow icon right there, linked to the actual CodeRush source code folder on my machine. And we're just using and working with those. Looks like these three we need to move. Or not move, but link to instead. I need to change my project to link to these instead of use them directly. Let's double check to see that if maybe it's already doing it. Folder is tool window, UI button details. I'm not seeing it here in this list. Where have you put it? Here. Oh, it's built them, it's added them here as linked files because they started in a linked file. So I'm okay with that. It's just I want to have these in a different folder. I wonder if I can move them to the tool window UI folder up here. I wonder if I can just click and drag. What will happen? Will we lose them? Oh, we get a you can't drop it here. Okay, no worries. We'll edit this so it's iButton detail. iButton detail. Let's look at that. I want to get the names of these right here. This is script image, but it's in iButton detail. Let's rename the file to match the type. We can't because it's a linked file. All right. Let's open containing folder. We'll do that from the outside. That becomes iScript image. Is that right? Yep. Okay, iButton details now iScript image. We're going to lose it here. Won't be able to find it anymore, I think. If I double click it, nothing should happen. Yeah, I double clicked it and it's like trying to start another instance of Visual Studio. Naming things should be a job role in itself. Sure. So we've got this is going to be iScript image detail. I just need to refresh my memory. What are we doing in here? This is a direction I was headed in terms of how we were going to store the additional data, what we were going to do with that. So we'll keep that in for now. Okay, so now we should see iScript image. Those pieces are where I want them. All right, so we're going to say we enhanced image detail to realization, maybe like that. Select all of that and commit it. Okay. That's good. Next, back into my solution. I want to just get things organized so these are in the right spots. So I'm going to right click up here, choose edit project file. We're going to go find the detail. Here we go. These are the 3 new ones we've added. iButton detail becomes iScript image, like that. And we want to put these in a place that makes sense. And I think it's this prefix. You can see down here we've got training builder, tool window, UI. That's what I've got here, training builder, tool window, UI. So we're going to throw this here and here and here, at least for now. Let's go look at this. And now we have image detail. iScript image is there. And image detail descendant. What is that? Oh, it's not renamed. We need to change that to summary detail. Darn. That's over here. Summary detail. Like that. Let's go check that in. Find stage all. There's the rename. It found it. Commit it. That's not good. You don't want that to happen. Naming is easy when you have conventions for it. I don't know. Okay, so we want to add that, get that custom editor is what we want to do. Detail editors are here. I think the best way to do this, because they're all linked, is to just copy and copy one of these. Guess I'll take the edit call out, and we're going to change it now to edit summary. All right, so there's my edit summary. Next, I need to go back and edit my project file and go get find the edit callout ones that are there. There's one of them. And duplicate that, and this is going to now be edit summary, like that. And go find the other edit callout, which is down here, the XAML one, and duplicate that. And it should be suggesting it's slightly off screen. Yeah, change to summary. Okay, so now I have those files out there. There it is right there. Now if we open that up, we can go in and make the changes to the actual class name. There's edit summary there. Okay, and I think that made the changes we want. Okay, next. I think it might be a good idea to open up a new Google document. And we're going to call this Detail Editors for interactive training. Just basically, we're going to document how to create new ones. So we're going to, step one is create the new form. to the user control. You edit the detail. 2 is we want to go to a method called get, is it detail? Get default editor type. And we want to connect the button image name, which I have here, called summary PNG. Summary PNG, and this is going to go to EDT summary. All right, one other thing we did not test is we didn't test persistence of the data inside this editor. We totally need to test that. So I'm going to run this right now if I can. What's my problem here? What is this? Image detail descendant cannot be found. Looks like I got a problem in my project file. Let's edit that again. Descendant, there it is. Image detail descendant became summary detail. Pretty sure. And that's now summary detail. Okay, also, I'm not a fan of this. Hold on. Let's fix and change that. We're going to go from here to here. Okay, close this, try to build. That's succeeded. Let's run it. And so now we want to test, because we might have a persistence problem. I'm slightly worried about that. So let's add a new step. Let's throw a comment in here. And now we're going to use the insert button, and we're going to grab a show me, which by default should open up. Here's the editor type right here. Should do an open file editor. There it is right there. So let's run that. And so now when I click it, there's the open file. Now here's the serialization. When I click file 6, that should change the data. We might be able to see it here. I don't see it there. There's nothing in the data. In fact, if you look at the data right there, there's nothing. File 6 should be there, and it's not. That means that if I were to put another show me down here and insert that image and give it another set of data, I can clear this for now and make this one file 3, and I click back up here, yeah, nothing is shown. So we need to go figure out why that data is not being stored. We need that. That's like important. Let's look at that right now. Data changed, what we're looking at. There's a data changed event. Seem to be a lot of these data changed events. Well, let's do this. Let's set a breakpoint here. And let's click, select it, and make a change. Good. So data change event args, passing in the new data. Okay, that can totally, it seems like it should be able to work. Anybody handling this? Save data to active image. Okay. We're not referencing data anywhere here. Aha, here's the purpose of what's it actually doing that's useful. We asked that question earlier. I think it looks like this. Yeah, data is equal to data. Now we're doing something that's useful. Okay, let's see what happens now. We do that. Data is that. We encode it. There I can now see file 4CS as part of the data. And we run it. And now if I hover over it, there it is. We can see it right about there. Nice. Now let's come over here, change it to file 2, and then that run it. Now, so this is, there's file 2 right about there. And this one still says file 4 right up there. And now if I click on this, we want to see this switch to file 4. It did. Sweet. That's awesome. Okay, cool. The last thing is the summary. We just added that. So we want to add a new summary button. There it is. And when I click on it, I want to see something different. Now it says callout text here. That's because we didn't change any of the XAML for that edit summary editor. But we can now change it here, and we might even see it update. So we can call this summary like that. And there it is. Summary. So we can maybe add a got it. Okay, I see what's happening. This border is here just to determine the width of the callout down below. So we'll call this TBX bullet points, like that, and on data change. Now here's where we want to introduce serialization inside of here. We want to create a we want to do JSON convert. Deserialize, and we're going to pass it. We want the type to be a summary detail, and we're going to pass in data like that, and then we'll assign that to our summary detail like that. That's our summary detail. Then our bullet points.text is equal to summary detail dot bullet points dot join in here. Maybe I would need to, I'm going to change, this is a kind of a to-do here. The bullet points. And then we need this, I think I'm going to rename this to description. And then that's going to be equal to summary detail dot description. All right, so I need to have two different pieces inside here. I need the text box. Let me stop the run here. Maybe see if we can see something. Can we see anything? Barely see it right up here. I'm not sure what's going on there. There's the word summary right there. And so right after the word summary, I'm going to make this a stack panel right here, horizontal. So right after the word summary, I'm going to create my TBX description. That's going to be here. And maybe make this doc panel instead. And we're going to say last child fill is equal to true. And we're going to make this guy be doc, doc panel.doc to the right. And this one's going to be doc to the left. Like that. Not top. This one, this piece comes out. Okay. I'm going to say text is equal to, here's what we learned. Here's what we learned. Okay, next, down here, I need like a rich text box. Rich text box, like that. And this is going to be RTB, bullet points, like that. And it wraps by default. This is going to be RTB bullet points, RTB bullet points, changed, like that. Okay. Do we have enough to run? Let's build and see what happens. That built. We have some problems with regards to getting the data in and out. We are deserializing here, but we are not serializing here. So we kind of need to do that. We need to create a new summary detail here. Summary detail is equal to new summary detail, like that. What's my problem here? What? That's weird. I'm not even sure what was going on there. All right, so there's my new summary detail. I'm going to say summary detail dot description is equal to this. I'm not going to set the bullet points yet, but I am going to call JSON convert and serialize this. JSON convert dot serialize object. There it is. And we'll call this serialized summary, like that. And then say ante to change there. Okay? So we still have it to do to add the bullet points. And we have it to do up here, unravel the bullet points. We have those two things. Let's run it. Let's set breakpoints in here, and we'll step through these two methods, see how that looks. All right, add next step, throw in a comment, insert the summary, select it. All right, so we have no data coming in, just gonna run. Uh-oh. Summary details null. Oh, of course, because of here. Okay, that's awesome to know that it returns that. So we're going to say if summary data is equal to null, then we want to set description text to something else. I guess I can just set it to that. Here's what we learned. And I think I want to now consolidate that sentence. But I can't. I'm just going to go with the default that's in there then. We'll say if it's not null, then we're going to do this and add our to-do here to do that. Okay. All right, so back up here. 1, 2, and we're out. And we're here. All right, summary. Here's what we learned. So we needed to get the spacing and kind of get this so this isn't so tight here. But now I should be able, well, I don't have an event handler on here when it's changed. I don't think I do. There might have been one built in when we made the copy. Let's see what happens. Hello? Nope, we should be in here. We don't have a on text change event handler here. This can all go away. I mean, sorry, this can all go to a, whoops, this can go to a extracted method. And we're going to call this up data changed. Maybe just data changed. Like that. There's data changed. Really? It's the... yeah, let's give it a better name then. Something like that, maybe. I guess we'll do that for now. And then this can be here. Let me kill it a second because I want to consolidate these. I want to consolidate to this here. I want to kill that. And I want to rename this to just simply UI data change, something like that. No matter what, we'll come in there and we'll serialize and we'll get out. All right, let's run it again. Got some warnings showing up. I think it is, looks like it's having trouble copying a bit. Could not copy. This looks like a Dropbox issue. I'm going to right click on my Dropbox and pause it till tomorrow. Let's try running it again. Still problematic. Cannot copy. So it's not Dropbox then. It could be a lock that this has. I've seen Visual Studio sometimes get a lock on its files. So I'm going to close it down and we'll reopen the document editor sandbox. Let's try that. And run. And it's running. Add a next step. Add a comment. Add a summary. Click on it. Okay, data coming in is empty, so now that we're not expecting anything to happen, I'm going to change my breakpoint to here. All right. And then I'm going to come in and say, here's what we just learned. Okay, so I'm starting to type something in here, creating a new summary detail, adding the description in. There's the J I just typed in right there. We're serializing it, and we're calling on data changed. I'm going to just hit run, maybe clear my breakpoint. Here's what we just learned. Here's what we just... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Is it changing the focus? Did it set focus over here? Hold on. Here's what we just... It moved focus back over. Let's figure out that. That is not happening from here. That's happening from in here, I think. On data changed. I think the event handler is setting focus back in. There it is, right there. Okay, to solve that problem, we need to decide whether we're going to do focusing or not. We need to change the event. We got to take it from the event all the way down into here. So let's stop it. Let's create a new Boolean called focus, like that. Then we're going to say if focus, then focus. We're going to now pass in focus here. That's going to be actually in the data change event args. If focus. I think that's data change event args are going to decide whether or not we focus or not. Okay, so there's my data change. Vote. Yep, I'll do that. Whoa, why didn't it accept it? I feel like I'm hitting tab on this. I guess I didn't hit enter or something. What is going on? Is that Visual Studio or CodeRush? There's no. I feel like it's oddly. I feel like it's CodeRush, but I'm not. Yeah, weird. Okay, let's rename this. Rename that. Okay, data change event args. Edit callout. Oh, let's make that a default parameter. Focus seek is equal to true. We'll do that. Let's see where we're building this. Open file. That'll be fine. Data changed in flow document. I think we're okay with that. Wait. Edit flow document. I'm going to say false on this guy. I'm not going to switch focus there. Button command, that's fine. Summary, we're going to say false here. Okay, and now let's run it. Okay, add next step. Comment, insert, summary, click on it. Here's what we're now going to type in just learned. And there it is. Sweet. It's in the data. It's encoded inside. If I click away from it, I guess I got to click on something else. I'm going to throw another, like an open file button in here. Let's look at that. Show me. Okay, there we go. Come back. Does it still say here's what we just learned? It does. Sweet. So we've got round tripping of this part right here. That's awesome news. And we have persistence. So great. We have essentially taken something that was a really crude mechanism of storing data and we've upgraded. So I feel pretty good about that. Feel pretty good about that. Let me dock that guy. And do we want to work on the bullet points? What's my time? I think I have a few more minutes. I can work on the bullet points. Let's see if we can do that. If it's not null, we're going to do this. Let's figure out the bullet points. Document dot blocks dot add new paragraph. I believe the blocks are in a paragraph. That paragraph inlines, we're going to add a new list. I think. Nope. The new list, is that a block? What's a list? Is it a block? It's a block. Okay, so it's not, we're not creating a new paragraph, we're creating a new list. This is my list, and my list does not apparently have any inlines. Does it have, doesn't have anything with add in it either. Do we have items, list items, dot add, and then in here we need a new list item. And the new list item, does it have, it takes a paragraph. Okay. Wait, does it take, it doesn't take text. I wonder if there's a implicit converter. It looks like there's not. Okay, so we're going to just say, I'm going to create a new, wait, let's do this. New list item. And we're going to pass in the bullet point right here to it. This is going to be a new method up here. This is going to create a new paragraph. That's going to take the text in there. Does paragraph have a text option? It does not. Okay. New paragraph. Then we're going to say paragraph dot inlines dot add new run. And that does take text, pretty sure. There it is, right there. So we're going to pass in the bullet point. Maybe call this bullet point text. And that's my paragraph. And then I want to create a new list item. That's perfect. I'm looking at the documents namespace right there. So I know that's the one I want. It's in the documents namespace. And we're going to pass in paragraph. I think that's going to do it for us. And we're going to return this. Like that. So that's what new list item is going to do there. Okay. This, I think, can go here. This can go there. That may be all we need. I'm just wondering, do we need to clear the blocks or not? I think we don't. Because I think every time we call set data, it's right after instantiating it. That's what I think. Next, we need to do the reverse of it. We haven't done that yet. That's down in this space here. But let's see if we can, what happens, if we can start to at least see that UI showing up here. I'm not recognizing a bulleted item here. I'm going to clear this breakpoint for a second just to see if we can. There's nothing bulleted here. Let's add some dummy points in here. Like that. See if we see any change to it. Do that. Well, I like seeing that. Bullet points is null. We never get to this bit of code here. let's do this now. I'm just forcing it in here right now just to see what that looks like. Are we going to see them? Okay, we do see them here if we add them. It's really, it's sort of like there's another paragraph here, but if I delete it, that's weird. I don't like that. Why is... I don't like that at all. That seems really wrong to me. That... Does that mean that it just added a paragraph for us automatically? Maybe it did. Maybe we do need to clear the blocks. Let's try that. And redo this. Let's create another summary. Just I'll copy that and bring it down here. I thought that my copy and paste of images would work. I didn't. Looks like that might be something we need to look into. Okay, there. That's better. Okay. There's something here. Bullet points is null here, and bullet points. The whole data thing is null. Okay. Oh, because this should be, here's what we just learned, right? Oh, we didn't do it this run, I bet. This is what we just learned. Where's my S? There it is. No, there's my S. Is that my S? There it is. Okay, here's what we just learned. All right, good. Okay, better. It's looking better. If I hit enter now, good. So I can list my bullet points here. You know, first we did this. Next we did that. Warp is now following. Thanks for the follow, Warp. Second, third, that sort of thing. Okay. Okay. I want to get the margins way back to the left on here. I want to unindent this all the way to the left. I need to do that. And we need to save this data. We're not saving it yet. I think we work on saving it first. So that's in this space here. Okay. Make a change. I'm just going to hit the exclamation mark. That should get us here. Okay, so the description is there. Now we need to find the bullet points. We kind of need to go in and say, I think I want a method that's going to be add bullet points. Add bullet points like that. It's going to pass in the summary detail, and it's going to add the bullet points. That's what we're going to do. We need to go into the RTB bullet points document dot blocks, and we need basically I'm going to kill it, and we're going to I'm just going to build it here. For each block in there, we want to ask the question, hey, if block is a list, then we want to go into the list dot list items. Is that what it was? Yeah, list items. And then we want to say summary detail dot bullet points. And by the way, is this thing, it's not initialized. Let's initialize it. So it's just always there. Bullet points dot add and list item dot, is there a paragraph? Oh, what is it? There's no, I'm expecting like a child or content. No. It's got a blocks. Oh my God. I guess that's okay. I guess that's right. Okay. So, no. For each block in the item blocks, this is going to be the item block. We want to ask the question and say, hey, if item block is paragraph, I think I've got an extension method on paragraph that says called get text. There it is. I built that. So that's going to now be passed in to here. And I think that'll kind of work. All right, that's what that looks like. Add bullet points. Let's run that, see how that works. Okay. There's the first one I typed in. And the next one should be just the number 2. Oh, number 1. Yeah, started 0, 1, 2, 3. Next one, 2. Okay. So that we're adding the bullet points in. If we run it, let's clear the breakpoint and actually try making some changes here. So we'll say type in first here, second, third, fourth. And then we're going to create a new summary. Nice. So we have demonstrated, right, a higher level sophisticated storage of, higher level sophisticated data. Last thing I want to do, just the smallest touches, I want to change these item pieces here, move them over to the left. I think it's a property on list item. And I think it's just margin, is what I think. Let's see what that does. Nope. Jens, good evening. Welcome, Jens. Everything's going well. These guys look aggressive, though. That guy? Whoa! Hey! I'm just trying to write some code, man. It's okay. I got one engine in the back. It's gonna work. Oh, no. Glad you're here, Jens. Pretty good dancing there, kids. Thanks for that, Jetson. Just what I needed. I just want one thing I got to do here. One thing I'm trying to do. I want to get these bullet points to the left. I want to get these lined up over here on the left side. I tried setting the thickness, the margin to 0. That did not work. Let's go look at it. How do we, let's ask the internet. Internet, WPF, list item, flow document, indent. Yeah, just your average. It's padding? They say it's padding. It's not padding. It's so worthless. Oh my god. What is going on? Great question. Lousy answer. Like alignment. Oh, the blank to apply text alignment to the list. Yeah, I don't really want that. What? You've got a figure? List items, there are no properties are on here at all. Oh, they're using a figure just to do the anchoring. That's for word wrapping. Okay. Yeah, not what we want to do. How do I do this? Didn't I solve this already? I solved this already. Let's see if we can find it in our callout code. Here. UI. I think it's here, simple markdown viewer. We'll find a list item in here. Oh, we are adding paragraphs to the items. It could be the style on, it could be the margin on the paragraph that we're adding. Because I'm not seeing anything in here. Yeah, we're just adding the list items. Well, I am calling set style. That's grabbing the style key here, the list item key. What's going on in the list item key? Can I tap the next reference to this guy to get out? We can, look at that. Yeah, it's setting margin and padding both on the item to 0. Okay, let's see if we can do that. We'll do both margin and padding. Maybe that's the problem. We'll do both. And I really, if this doesn't work, I'm going to throw the same thing, the margin at, I'm going to do this for paragraph as well, like there. I feel like one of these, some combination of these is going to work. Let's do that. All right, click up here. No, no. Really? Now I'm just getting, you know. Let's just make sure that that code is executing when I click on it. Yep, it's executing. Wow. Maybe, hold on, there may be something else though. It may not be the list item. It may be the list itself. Padding on the list. That's probably what it is. Okay, let's get rid of these because they appear to have no impact at all. And let's go find where we're creating our list. There it is. And we're going to set padding on that to 0. Okay. I have a good feeling about this. What do you guys think? Is it going to work? Yes! But it's so... we don't even see the bullet points. Oh. Oh. How did that happen? Let's make it 10 on the left. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad. Let's make it 14. All right, we did it. We did it. We did it, kids. We did it. A little slow there. Gotta tune that up there, right there. We did it, kids. We did it. Let's get a raid. Get a raid going. Where are we going to take you, kids? Lots of people out there right now. I'm going to send you over to Obother. I'm a big fan of Obother. That's where I'll be spending my time. Everybody take care. Have a good day. We'll see you on Tuesday. Thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out. Thanks, Coding Gorilla. We'll see you Tuesday.